My name is Elis Prabhu Vasave. I am from Maharashtra. Actually, my father, my parents, they accepted Jesus Christ when I was very small. Pakinathan Raj, namely called one missionary, FMPP missionary from Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu. He came to our village and shared the gospel. First, my mother accepted Jesus Christ, and then father. And there was one program in our village. In that program, there was very huge persecution. Pakinathan Raj, uncle was beaten very hardly, and due to that, he died. In that program, Uncle Patrick Jaswa also was there. Many more leaders were there, but by God's grace, they were escaped, and Uncle Pakinathan Raj was caught and beaten very hardly. Likewise, ministry was started in my village. It is in Maharashtra, Nandurbar district, Nabagaon. Now we have very big congregation and one church. People are worshipping there very peacefully. So sacrifice has made fruit. During that time, my father and mother, they decided to send me in hostel. So they sent me in hostel, FMPP hostel. There were some lady missionaries, unmarried lady missionaries, very dedicated, spiritually very standard and good, loving, kind missionaries were there. They were taking care for us, and every day evening missionary biographies and some biblical stories, spiritually they used to equip us. Educationally they were taking care for us, and also spiritually. In that time I accepted Jesus Christ during my childhood only. But the call for ministry, it was in one youth program. There were preachers were shouting that, "Who is here to go for me?" Isaiah, he was preaching, and I was good in study also and sports also, so preparing for some other work like good job, getting good job. Likewise, my vision was there. But in that prayer and that preaching, somebody was pushing me, like touching me, pushing me and asking me, why you should not? Just stand up and tell yourself, I will go. Just stand up and tell, I will go. Somebody is telling me, but I was not listening. And when prayer started, that time was gone, but in that prayer time, I stand up and shouted that I will go. And everybody was very surprised and watching to me, what happened to him. Prayer is going on and he is shouting that I will go. That day I understood that God is calling me for His ministry. And our missionaries, they leaded me very nicely, and I was asked to God, Lord, I am ready, send me. In 2002, I submitted myself to God to full-time ministry. Regarding my salvation, there is one story after that also. I used to have every spiritual program, Sunday worship and VBS program, normal the believer child, attending all the programs and singing songs, all these things. But my friendship was very bad. It's not like saved child. It's like double life that time. Drama, no? Going to their Ganesh Chaturthi and dancing there and having food with them. Because my friends were very high class friends. In class I was very good in study. So I was thinking this life is better than our church life. So double life I was living at that time. No salvation, without salvation experience, no? One day we were playing in ground, with these friends. They were a Brahman and Rajput, like Maratha people, group people, and with friends we were playing cricket. At times suddenly the person, one who is a leader, he said, "Hey, are you Christian or Hindu?" I said, I kept quiet for some time and I said, "I'm Christian." They started, "Then why you are playing with us? You are coming in Ganesh Chaturthi, all our programs, you are having food there and dancing there, and now you are saying you are Christian." I was beaten very hardly, and my father came to know. He said, "Don't come to home." Our hostel, they came to know this boy is double mind. Then I was restricted from hostel. Father also not calling me. Then I went to my grandmother house. From there, 1 week I went school. I was feeling very bad that time. Friend is gone, family, parents is gone, and hostel also is gone. Now church and everything is gone from me, and I am traveling from my grandmother house to school. Then one day Mary Anthony, missionary, she came, she loved me, she prayed for me, and I asked her with tears, "Where is God? I want to search." That day I started searching God. In a day with my school books, I used to read Bible like anything. Acts 4:12, it says there is only one name has been given, salvation, for salvation. And I accepted Jesus as my personal Savior. This is my call and salvation. I started ministry as a CV, casual volunteer. In churches, I used to go and preach every Sunday. FMPB leaders, they used to give me programs and I used to go there. Then I went to as an evangelist for nearly 3-4 years, up to 2007. And then there was call for full time. So I asked our leaders that I am called for cross-cultural ministry. I fill up form and went for interview. I was selected and sent to the BBI for 1 year training, diploma in mission study. Then I was in Adilabad area, Berachah, I think that area, Lakkadkot place is there, village name. There I stayed for 3-4 month ministry. Then I transferred to Jammu and Kashmir. Now nearly 12 years is gone, I am doing ministry here. Before that, as an evangelist, I worked in Madhya Pradesh also, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh border area. Now almost 15 to 20 years, including CV, evangelist, and as a full-time missionary, 20 years is gone in ministry. Jammu I came in 2010. In Jammu, 2 provinces are there, Jammu and Kashmir. In Jammu province, we can find out the population is mostly Hindu, and Kashmir mostly Muslims, 98% Muslims. In Jammu province, 70% are Hindu, and others are Sikh, Hindus, and also the Christian and small religious. In tribal sense, we cannot say here tribals are there. Of course, some tribals, ST, Muslims are called as ST, scheduled tribes. Like some of the groups are there, they live in mountain area, Bakarwal. They are called Gujar. Their work is taking care for sheep and goats, and they will move here and there, and but they will be followed following Islam. They are, we can call tribal, but it is not like Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Gujarat, we are having tribal. It is not like that, because that tribals are very different than here. Here we can see people group like Mahasa, Bhagat, then Valmiki, Rajputs, and also the Chamyar, Ramdasi, Chaudhary, like people groups are there. We are working among Mahasa, Rajput, Ramdasi, Batwal, and then Sikh. Also we are working in Ramdasi people group, Chamyar people group, Bhagat people group. These people groups are responsive for gospel. In culturally, we can say that they are mostly dominated by Hindu culture, like all festivals and all these things, but they are having their ancient gods, like they are saying that Raja Mandli, they will be offering goat, sacrificing goat in a year. That is their ancient god. Also, they believe in all the Hindu gods. So, culture is Jammu Kashmir culture is differentiating than Kashmir. Kashmir culture is very different. They are very colorful and their dancing very different. Their language is very different. Their lifestyle is very different. But in Jammu, we can say that Dogra culture is there. It's like Punjabi. Language also will be tone. It will be like Punjabi. It will be mixing 60-70%. It's like Punjabi. And dressing also will be like Punjabi. It is not like other parts of India. They are having different dresses. Dress also it's like Punjabi. In faith, I already said that Buddhism, they are very strictly to Buddhism. Hinduism, they are very strictly to Hinduism. And also there are very many cults like Radha Swami, Nirankari. Like these cults are there. So lakhs people are following that groups also. In Jammu, I have seen that Church of North India, Siena is main church with RC, Roman Catholic. I haven't seen Methodist and all other churches. Only these two mainline churches are there. Others are like Pentecostal and small denominations are working here and there. But they are mostly working in city area like Jammu, Kathua, Samba, all these places. In in interior places like mountain area, FMPB is working. Our staffs are moving in mountain areas and they are doing ministry. Pentecostals also are there, like they are having independence pastors, lot of independence pastors. It's not like they are with one denomination. They will be with a lot of other denominations and they will be working, but they are located in city area only. In 1992, it was started in Jammu and Kashmir. Mostly our missionary came to Aknur area and film program, you know, that time the different kind of film program it was there, and they started ministry likewise in Valmiki people group. So Aknur we are having church. We are having church in Kot Balwal. That is that people group is Valmiki people group. FMPB started ministry that time. Reverend David Dhanesh Singh Anand, as the first FMPB missionary, he came to Jammu and started ministry in Aknur area. Then many more they came and slowly it was spreading. Now we are having 9 areas ministry in Jammu and Kashmir, like Narot, then Basoli, then Samba, Arespura, Jammu, Nausera, Udhampur, Ramgarh, Batod, and now we are going to start in Pacheri area also. Now we are having another 7 areas where there we are looking for ministry. So ministry was started in 1992 and it was slowly growing. It is not like other parts of India ministry going on. Jammu ministry is entirely different than other parts of India. It is very hard. Here missionary has to work very, very, very hard. Then only they are going to win something. But it is not totally dry. We cannot say it is dry. If we work hard, pray hard and move hard, then God is ready to bless us. That is there. You know, in FMPB we can see that in Gujarat we had Kukna movement. In Jharkhand we had Santal movement, Malto movement, and in Maharashtra we had Vasava movement, border of Gujarat and Maharashtra. They are one tribes. Here people are not like tribes. These people are mixed. They are living mixedly. Of course, there are people groups, but it is not like they are living separately. Some of the villages they may be having in large number, but they are mixing. Jammu area, people, casteism, when we see, it is dominated. High caste will be dominant to low caste, and then when low caste accepts Christ, always it will be very difficult to him. If he is alone or one family, then he will be boycotted very easily. He will be suffering for marriage for his children. So many things are there. And also, response is very hardly seen in Jammu area. They are very, very hard to see new kind of faith or way of God, because they are attached with their old faith. In tribal area I have worked sometime. I have seen that if major person accepts, then group of people will be accepting. Jammu is not like that. If one family comes, only one family will be there. But this one family will be bringing their own relatives. So ministry will be relatives by relatives. Personal evangelism, night meetings, small programs. Wise we have to go ahead. Outreach we will be going house to house, evangelism, sharing gospel. Then some of the places will be getting new contacts and we will be praying for them. Again we will be following them, follow up will be done. Then slowly one family will come, then 3 people, 4 people. It will take nearly 1 year to form group of people, 20 people or 10 people or 15 people, 1 year, sometimes 2 years. That's why it is different than other parts of India. Miracles are very usually happening in Jammu. I have seen people are died and got life. Here in Udhampur field, one lady, she was died and we prayed, our people prayed, she rose again, she lived 6 months, again she died, but she died in faith. She nicely she testified her life and then she died, but now we have congregation in that village. Even some well-educated people had very big miracles, like we have in Jammu, near Jammu, Chuwadi, place called Chuwadi. There one army retired person is there. He had some issues in his stomach and doctor fixed one pipe for urine pass and all this. The infection was very high and doctor said the day this pipe will be removed, he will die. But when he heard about, he came to church, we prayed for him, he believed. One day he was sleeping outside of his house on cart and he said, this is his word, he said this sky was open and one person came and he is asking him to walk behind your house. He listening him He stood up and he walked. Immediately, going behind his house, the pipe was somebody's taking out and throwing. It is going up to 6 meters. Somebody is throwing. He was afraid and running into his house, and he said to his wife, it is happened like this. His wife said, okay, we will rush to hospital. But he said, no. Our pastor said that believe God will heal. And somebody asked me to walk, that's why I walked. So we'll wait. There was no bleeding, nothing, normal, everything normal. He went to the hospital and he was, his medical reports are entirely different. Both the report, previously report and now newly report is entirely different. Then his wife very much touched with Vishnu Mata. So she was not believing. And after some time, her eyesight was going down, and she was also asked to pray. Still she was not believing. But one day she got stroke. She was taken to the hospital. Doctor said she will be on bed. Now onwards she will not see. Eyesight will be not there. And after some time she will not walk also. 25 days gone. After taking medicine, she was there. We prayed. Doctor said, in my 25 years of practice, I have not seen like this. This is the first patient I am seeing that after 25 days walking and coming. There is no block in her brain. She is entirely different now. You might be worshipping very powerful thing. That I don't know. Person testify directly, we are worshipping Jesus Christ. These kinds of miracles are happening in Jammu and Kashmir every day. Missionary can testify, many believers can testify. So there is no less miracles or God is not working. God is working here very powerfully. Many in my ministry life, I have seen some of the naked people also. Very highly demon possessed. You cannot believe that they were bound by big chains, bound by big chains. Their nails were very long and they were smelling like very difficult to breathe in their room, because they were like animals. Daryal, place called Daryal in Navsera area, and he was naked from many years. Bound, he was in one room, hair was very long. There he is doing everything, toilet and urinal, everything he is doing one place. So room were smelling like very difficult. We went there, we put oil on his head, we prayed. Within 5 or 10 minutes, God healed him. He ran away to the river, jumped in river, he washed his body nicely and he said, "Mom, give me soap." His mom said after 13 years he is speaking. After 13 years he is speaking. And he washed and he came out and he shaving, cutting his hair, called one barber and did everything. Now he is very good person. So likewise, so many demon possessed people have healed in Jammu and Kashmir in every field, not in one field. There are hundreds of stories of demon possessed people in J&K. The challenges we are facing in Jammu and Kashmir are very different challenges. Like, it is not like very openly place to do ministry. There are so many areas we are facing challenges. First challenge is village people will be seeing very suspiciously, because this is border areas. Immediately they will not accept. They will ask so many questions. Sometimes they will be thinking that this person might be from IB or intelligent, some CID. So they will be fearing to accept us. But when we are going with family, there will be acceptance. Still, they will be looking us very suspiciously. Secondly, there are groups, fanatical groups, they will be restricting our people to preach, like village committees, RSS, Bajrang Dal, you know, all these people. Thirdly, in border area, anytime fighting can happen, so missionaries movement can be restricted. Fourthly, we have to go through so many checkups, like checking posts. In night time, after night meeting, missionary is coming back, he has to give every place his ID card. Where are you from? Like police, CRPF, army, everybody. Thirdly, you know, the terrorism also is a problem in J&K. Fourthly, climate is a very big issue in Jammu and Kashmir we are facing. In winter season, very difficult to move on motorcycle, but we have to move for Kingdom of God. Many children every year they will be often getting pneumonia, suffering. Even my child suffered, and one missionary, Reverend John Pennin, his daughter was affected by pneumonia, and she was injected by 25 times within 3 days due to pneumonia. Her brain is damaged. Now they are suffering for their child. Of course, the child is like that, but they are accepting their child. But still, it is very painful. I have seen, like Surkar Ramesh Bhai, his daughter in childhood she got. Her brain also, her age is nearly 14 years, but her behavior is like 10 years old. Now, Heroine, child of Reverend John Pennin, she is grown up nearly 10 years, but her behavior is like 4-year child. So, climate is very huge challenge for cross-cultural ministry in Jammu and Kashmir. Of course, opposition is there. In spite of that, God is so gracious to us. He is working. Even bullets are there, bombs are there, and challenges are there. Our prayer group supporters are praying very strongly, and that's why we are safe. Nobody touching us. Even they are touching, they are not like other parts of India. I think our people are praying more for Jammu and Kashmir, and they should pray continuously so that these challenges may be overcome by our people, and we can do ministry in Jammu and Kashmir. We need to pray for firstly Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir totally, it's called, Jammu is called like city of temples. You know, every villages there are, devil is working very strongly here, very strongly. So prayer needed for very strongly. I think if we get Jammu and Kashmir, other parts of India will be easily we will win, because Jammu and Kashmir is like top in India. Crores and crores people are coming to worship idols. They are worshipping. They are spending their money and everything wealth for this, coming to worship the idol in Jammu and Kashmir. So strongholds are very high in J&K. Secondly, we need to pray for people groups. Those are responsive to be more responsive, like Mahasa, Bhagat, and Patwal, Valmiki. These people are very responsive. Ramdasi, Rajput. So they may be more responsive. We are waiting for movement, not like web movement. It should be people movement. We believe people movement, but for that people movement, we need more prayer, strong prayer. For Jammu and Kashmir, once people movement starts, there will be huge growth of ministry. We believe, and we all Indians should believe that there will be people movement one day. There is key for people movement, and that is prayer. So movement should be open. And one day it will happen if all India prays for Jammu and Kashmir. Also, we need more missionaries. We are having very less missionaries. Now we are concentrating mountain areas. So many people they haven't heard Jesus Christ. They don't know about Jesus Christ. We need missionaries. We are not receiving missionaries, and this is big concern for Jammu ministry. Okay, thank you. Okay.